Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I always say the wrong day, so happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're excited for a brand new speed build today. We are working on a new legacy home in the world of Gibby Point, which again, whenever I hear that word, I always think of iCarly. I'm not going to reenact it like I did yesterday because it was shameful enough, but it always reminds me of iCarly. Anyway, we are building a legacy home in Gibby Point, and we are building for my family of 8. So it's a very, very big house. I really like how it turned out, although I was very unsure about it as I was building because the front of the house I wasn't in love with, and the lighting in this particular world isn't the best, which is really gutting because I was really looking forward to the lighting being good, especially because I knew that we had like waterfront lots. I particularly love waterfront lots. I just think they're a lot of fun to play in, and it just kind of like brings that element of like nautical vibe into the build, and I really enjoy that. So I was looking forward to it, but the lighting isn't great. It's very orange, or it's very like overly exposed. It just doesn't really look great, but you know, we make do. So I do end up changing the lighting around quite a bit, but I did do some of it off camera just because the property was massive and I was really unsure. So some of the colorings of the wall I didn't film, but I basically filmed everything. But I'm so indecisive on the wallpaper coloring and like the walls, so I did do a little bit off camera. But anyhow, so this particular house is for my legacy family. Like I said, we are on generation 13, which is honestly just absolutely insane. I am obsessed with this family. They are called the Hills family. So we have Kobe, who's the dad, and we have Maylee, who is the mum, and Maylee is my legacy sim, and she married Kobe, and they have 6 children together. So we have Carter, he's a teenager. We have, none of them are twins, by the way. We have Maeve, who's also a teenager. We have Sebastian, who's a child. We have Sienna, who's a child. We have Haven, who's a toddler. And we've just had today little Cohen. So we have 6 kiddos, which is crazy. I don't know whether she's going to have any more, potentially. Honestly, it's just, I'm obsessed with this family, but they usually have like a stupid amount of children just because this family is massive. And I just really enjoy playing with big families. I think it's quite funny how people who have like a lot of siblings, when they play The Sims, they'll usually just have like one kid, whereas I'm an only child, so maybe it's like the opposite. I always have a lot of children in my game, but in my real life I was never really around loads of children. I played with my cousin a lot, but you know, not loads of kids. So in my game I usually have a lot of children. So we have 6 kiddos. We've got 3 girls and 3 boys, and they're a lot of fun. They're all very individual personalities. I'm just trying to get my eldest daughter into writing at the moment. I think maybe the youngest son, Sebastian, the middle child, he might be into writing as well. The oldest son, he is just, I wouldn't say he's lazy. I feel like he likes watching sports, and he likes video games and watching TV, and you know, he's just a bit, you know, classic kind of teenage vibe. But I'm hoping when he gets a bit older he'll maybe have like a specific thing that he enjoys. I'm gonna play around with his personality a little bit more when I do get around to playing. But lately I have been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of building is what I meant to say, so I haven't played with them as much, and I've been trying to get up to date on my Instagram account because I have taken so many screenshots of this family and I still haven't uploaded them all, but I've carried on playing, so I can't like upload you actively. I meant update, not upload, by the way. I can't update you like regularly because I'm so behind on it, but yesterday we did get quite up to date. It did take me an hour of uploading stuff to Instagram to kind of like get to a point where it felt like we were kind of up to date, although we are currently on my Instagram only just pregnant with the last but one daughter. So yeah, it's a lot, but we have just had a little boy, so yeah, you guys will know that if you're watching the video that I'm a little behind on Instagram, but it's fine. I have filmed a couple of reels as well, which I haven't uploaded yet because again, it needs to go along with the storyline on Instagram, and I'm a little bit behind. Also, apologies if you can hear the clicking. I keep kicking stuff accidentally, but I am now working on the back of the house. I did play around with the colour scheme, like I said, quite a lot. I did decide to go for like a brownie colour scheme for a while. Honestly, I cannot officially remember which particular swatch it is that I did fall on at the end, but I do end up changing the front around a little bit. I realised that the thing that I don't like about it is that there is no pathway to this house, so it's just greenery and then there's steps going up to the front door, which is lovely, but I do end up changing the terrain paint because I really didn't like the fact that the terrain paint had like a pathway and then it kind of just stopped. So as you can see right now, I'm drawing a pathway, but I do end up getting rid of it because it did look a bit silly. So we do have like somewhat of a pathway in the back garden, but we don't really have much of a back garden. We've just kind of got this like side bit on the left, which of course is fine. And I did include the new playground equipment in that section, so we do have a lot of kiddie stuff here, which I think is nice, but I do end up changing the terrain paint around because I was thinking, why do I like the front of it? I really like the interior of this house, I really like the layout, and I really wanted to make it work, but I was like, I don't know whether I can make it work, I don't know whether I like it or not. So I did have a little bit of a think about it and think, you know, I think we need to get rid of the terrain paint. So that's what I did. It did improve it in my opinion, which obviously you can't see right now because I'm still working on it. This was the day before. This did take me, I'd say, 2 or 3 days to complete. I did the front of the house on one of the days, I did most of the downstairs and some of the upstairs on another day, and then I finished it yesterday. So it did take me 3 days. I mean, I could have done it in one day, but I've been working on so many different things at the moment. I have uploaded a lot more than usual, which is quite good for me. I think sometimes you can get a bit ahead of yourself, and I try to do a lot of things all at once, and it's quite difficult when you've got loads of things to do and you want to do all of them, but trying to find the time to do every single one of them is really difficult because I've got building, I've got building reels, I've got CAS, I've got CAS reels, and I'm saying them separately because they're separate things. Recording them and creating the content and then editing them and uploading them take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I want to make them, you know, quality content. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I want to make sure that my content, you know, resembles how I want it to look, I suppose. So it just takes a lot of time. And then of course I was working on this house as well for my legacy gameplay, which I do off camera, but I do upload reels of them and photos of them on Instagram, but I don't play them as like a let's play. It's like my chill time is playing with this family, but to be honest it's really not, because I spend most of the time taking screenshots for Instagram, so everything's kind of content based. I think I personally struggle to I struggle to just play the game. I always have to be doing something, I always have to be making content. I really enjoy sharing what I create in the game, and you guys really like it too, so I tend to just record a lot, so it does take a lot of time, but I absolutely adore what I do, so you know, it's worth it. But anyway, we're now working on the floor plan. This house is honestly massive. It does end up having 7 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. There is another bedroom which I didn't decorate fully. I kind of made it into like a little gym room in the top left bottom corner of this upper floor, but yeah, technically there could be 8 bedrooms, but I didn't make one of them into a bedroom, but you could if you wanted to, if you did download this. I think I uploaded this to the gallery. The only thing that I will say is I forgot to include an inside trash can, bin, whatever you want to call it, so if you do download it you will have to include that, because I did forget, and then I realized yesterday after I uploaded it, but I was like, I'm not going to just take it down just for a bin, because you know, there's still an outside one and anyone who downloads it can just include one, but I did forget to include a bin, which is really annoying. I specifically went back into the build to remind myself of all of the things that I usually forget, like the alarms or the hampers. Remembered them, forgot the trash can. Of course I did. It's always one of them, but it's fine. So just letting you know, if you do download it, it doesn't have a trash can on the inside. But I am now moving on to the kitchen. I really like this kitchen. I really wanted Maylee, my main sim. I wanted her to have like a big open plan kitchen with like a big island in the center for the kids to kind of, you know, chill around. So that's what we did, and I think it turned out really nice. I am using base game and Dream Home Decorator for this kitchen. We have a couple of kitchen clutter things, and we have Home Chef Hustle ovens, I think. I could be wrong, but I did have a little bit of a play around with the island. I wasn't sure what direction I really wanted it to go, and then I was like, you know what, we're going to turn it the other way. And then I had to rearrange all of the cabinets, and it was just, or counters, not cabinets, but it just, yeah, it took a minute, but I think it turned out really nice in the end, but it was a bit chaotic, and yeah, but I really like it, so I hope you guys do as well. But yeah, we are now just including some appliances in the kitchen. I did go for a couple of appliances for a change. I don't normally include that many just because the kitchens aren't that massive usually, but this one was particularly big, so I did decide to include a kettle. We have a coffee machine, we do have a mixer bowl, and we do have a pizza oven, which I think is such a fun addition. I absolutely love that they have pizza ovens, although my Sims are a little bit obsessed with it and they'll make pizzas like 24/7, but to be honest, I don't blame them. If I had a pizza oven, I'd probably be doing the same. So we do have like a little dining room in here as well. This is kind of like the everyday eating section, and I mean, let's be real, they very rarely eat all together, and it's quite chaotic because, like I said, we've got 2 teenagers, we've got 2 children, we've got a toddler, and we've got a newborn who is an infant because I age them up straight away. Anyone else? So it is a bit chaotic, so they don't necessarily all eat together. The mum tries to do that, but yeah, we don't always succeed. Although the dad has been doing a lot of the cooking lately, to be fair to Kobe. I'm honestly obsessed with this family, so if you guys do want to check out the family, they are over on my Instagram, all over Instagram. I'm obsessed. So do let me know if you'd like any updates on them, because I love them so much. I cannot believe I'm on generation 13. I've been playing this family since August 2023 is when I started, so that is crazy. I did actually start this family as a let's play, so if you go back to my horse ranch let's play, that is generation technically like 1, 2 and 3, because I do end up adding an elder to the mum of like the initial legacy, so technically it's kind of generation 12, but like, you know, it's fine, we'll just call it 13. So we did start it back then and we're still going, and it's kind of crazy, but I'm obsessed with them, honestly. I can't express how much I love this family. You know, sometimes you just like click with them, and it's really annoying when you don't click with them, because it's like you can make the perfect family and you start playing and you're just like, I just don't feel it. Whereas this one I'm just always like obsessed with. Some of the generations aren't as fun, which is funny. It's like, how can you possibly connect with a character in a game? But you do. And honestly, when generation 3 died, my like heir, I literally cried. I'm obsessed with that particular sim, and I would play her every day if I could. Her name is Hallie, and I'm literally so sad she's gone. She died, I think, the start of last year. I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, it's been a very, very long time, but I still miss her. I know that you guys understand though, because once you get attached to these families, you're like completely hooked on them, and you want to tell everyone about their life story, and they're like, who is this you're talking about? And you're like, oh, my game. But I know you guys understand, because, you know, we're all obsessed with them, and it's just a really fun escapism, and I love them. But honestly, for me, it's not necessarily an escapism, although it definitely can be at times, depends on, you know, how life's going. But for me, it's just like a creative outlet, and I think as an adult, personally, I do struggle to have like a creative outlet as I did. Like, I didn't have that issue as a child, I suppose. I was always very creative when I was little, always writing stories, always drawing, always, you know, making things up, as in like make-believe stuff, playing nursery with my teddies and dolls, and just, you know, always being kind of creative in any way I could. But I think as you grow up, you lose that, because you can't really do that anymore. I mean, you could, but you know, most people don't. So I love having such a creative outlet that I'm like in love with. I love The Sims so much, and I don't know, it brightens my day, as much as it is a great distraction when you really need it, or if you're going through a tough time. And honestly, I don't know what I would have done without Sims when I was going through grief. Not so much this year, but last year and the year before was really rough, and I did not sleep like at all. I lost my granddad, and I just didn't sleep for like a year and a bit, probably longer, 2 years maybe. So I would build all day, every day, into like the night and into like early morning until like 7 a.m. sometimes. So I honestly don't know what I would have done without it. So it is a great distraction when things are bad as well. But generally speaking, I just love it as my creative outlet. But anyway, on a more positive note, we're now finishing up in the dining room. That is their more like official room for like, you know, events, parties and such. So now moving on to the entryway. I really wanted to include the Grange mudroom kit because in their other house, which I built, which I don't think I did do a speed build on it, the beach house, if you guys did watch it, that is their other house. But a lot of their items were from this kit, so I really wanted to like pretend like they brought their stuff from their old house and placed it back in this house. That other house was kind of like a temporary home. I wanted them to live by the beach, but it wasn't really a big enough house for a legacy family because I always have so many kids. Well, I can't even speak. I meant to say children and then I just changed it to kids mid-sentence. I always have so many children, so it wasn't really fit in for a big family, but it was fun while it lasted. But if you guys would like to check it out, it is on my channel. But yeah, so I was kind of imagining that perhaps that was their temporary home and then they were waiting for this one to be built, but it did take a little bit longer than Maylee was hoping. And yeah, so this is their new home and we are living in the top left, not left, top right section of Gibby Point, if you guys do want to know where the lot is. This new world is really lovely. My only complaint is that the lighting isn't great, which is a real shame, but overall, the detail of this world is stunning. I absolutely love all of the new items. It's just a real fun pack, so I highly recommend if you guys don't already have it. I have had a couple of people ask me over on Facebook mostly if it's worth it, and a couple on Instagram, but yes, it's definitely worth it. I think if you can afford it. I know it is a little bit pricey because it is an expansion pack, but it is really good and I honestly love it, so I hope that you guys do get it and that you guys enjoy it as well because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, so we're now just moving on to the lounge. We do end up having two lounges because we do have a fireplace in one. So I wanted to make sure that they kind of felt just like one big room, but like with different sections so that everyone could feel like, I don't know, just welcome in the room and I don't know what the word is, but just at home, I suppose. Not welcome in the room, but you know, they all had their little zone, and if they got fed up of watching a program on one TV, they could go to the other room. I know that'd be kind of annoying because there's not actually a door and it would be really noisy, but I did include quite a lot of toys as well because, you know, there's like 6 children. I mean, 2 of them are teenagers, but you know, still. So I wanted the rooms to feel very homely, and again, before I get anyone saying it, homely in Britain means cute and cozy, just as homey in America does, before people say anything, because they always comment that, which I find really funny. But anyway, so I did end up including 2 lounge spaces, which to be honest, they are a little bit too open plan. There's not much going on in these rooms, but I really wanted to have 2 spaces where they felt all like very cute and cozy and just, I don't know, just lived in. So I did end up including quite a lot of clutter in this particular room as well because I wanted it to feel like there was a lot of stuff going on, and the kids usually use this room to like run in and out of to go to the outdoor play area stuff. So I kind of wanted like a middle room where they could hang out, and it wasn't necessarily like the main lounge, but of course it is next to it, so it's a little bit of a funny kind of layout, not gonna lie. I don't love this space. I think that it is a really nice overall floor plan, but it is a little bit too open plan for my liking. When I do builds, I like to make them quite compact and cluttered just because that feels more realistic. But you know, people do live like this as well. So anyway, we are also including new cushions today as well. These do come with the login rewards. So if you do complete the login rewards in the next couple of weeks, then you guys can access these cushions, which I think is really nice. And I think they're such a fun little swatch. So that's where they're from, and I did purposefully complete them just to unlock those cushions because I am obsessed with cushions in the game. I think because we didn't have them for so long, it's like such a novelty thing, a bit like the playground equipment. I think because we didn't have it, I don't think we had anything like that in Sims 3. I don't remember. We had like water slides for the pool, I think. Did we? Honestly, I haven't played Sims 3 since like 2016 at all. I don't think I have access to any of it on my computer anymore, which is kind of sad because I do own quite a lot of them, but I don't know how that would work. I don't think I have access to it anymore though. But anyway, we're now moving on to the office. It's quite a small room, but we do have 2 desks and we do have an easel, which I will include in a second because my main mother sim, Maylee, she is an artist and she is a painter and that's her career. So I was gonna have her be like famous and maybe like an actress, but she really likes painting, so I decided to quit her job and become a painter. So that is what she's doing. I honestly can't remember what level she is. I think maybe 4, 5, I don't know, 5 maybe. And the father is in the military and he is like 4 or 5 as well, I think. So they make okay money, but honestly not enough to live here. But the way I play my game, I always cheat to get them in the house, just because I really don't like playing in like a really small house with loads of children. Let's be real, that is more reality, but if we're going to escape reality and go into this like wonderful world of Sims that is, I do cheat to get them into the houses most of the time. However, they have to keep up with the bills. That's my like, you know, my way of playing. They have to keep up with the bills, and if they can't keep up with the bills, then they do have to move. So, you know, they can afford to live here, just maybe not initially. We'll pretend they had a mortgage, alright? But we're now working on the ensuite bathroom. This is the parents' room. I honestly cannot remember which sequence I did everything in for this particular build, but there's a lot of rooms, so do bear with me if some of them are a little bit mixed up. But we're now on the upstairs because I just love the upstairs. I think the upstairs of this house turned out super cute. We're now like building in more of their personalities into the rooms, and I did include this cute little basket with some toys in for the kids as well, which I think is super cute to include. So that is what I did for this room, and I did include a custom shower. But now moving on to the parents' room. This room turned out really nice, although it does have like a completely different feel from the other rooms in the house, because it's kind of got like a stone background, which is a little bit colder than the rest of the house kind of gives off. It's got like a lot of wooden areas, I suppose, but I really like it. I think it turned out really nice, so I do hope you guys like this particular room. It's quite simple. I didn't really want to over clutter it. I wanted this room to feel quite simplistic and natural and very like wooden tones, but with touches of stone here and there. But I think it's cute, so I hope you guys like it as well. But moving on, we're now working on the middle child's room, the girl. This is Sienna's room, and she is quite a girly girl, but she's also kind of like into mischief, and she's quite, I wouldn't, maybe a daredevil, but she just is very independent. She does her own thing. If her mum tells her to come inside off the playground equipment, she's like having none of it. She doesn't really listen very much, so I guess she's a little bit like her auntie. Her auntie Tori, she is the mum's little sister, and she's a rebel. She has just had a daughter in my game, and she called her Precious, which just reminds me of Friends. That episode where that girl is called Precious, and it's so fitting to her personality to call her daughter Precious. That just made me laugh because the game did it. I didn't name her. So we do have a little cousin who's called Precious now, which is funny. But I think that maybe Sienna does follow her auntie Tori, so a little bit of the backstory there. The mum, Maylee, the mum of this house, does actually have like 8 siblings or something, 7, I don't know. She's got a lot anyway. So she's got twin brothers who are just a little bit younger than her. She's got a little sister who's Tori, then she's got 2 brothers, and then she's got twin girl boy siblings as well. So she's got a lot. There's so many of them, honestly. How many is that? Is that 8, 9? I don't know, whatever that is, but there's a lot of them, so the family is massive. But anyway, moving on, we're working on the teenage daughter's room. This is Maeve's room. She is very girly. I think she's still discovering who she is. She doesn't really know fully who she is yet. I feel like she's a little bit insecure. I think that she's like, you know, just figuring out who she is. I think she's like around 15, so she is still quite young. She's not like a full-blown teenager yet, I wouldn't say. I mean, I guess she is at 15, but maybe like 14, 15 years old, so she's still discovering what she likes. I think her room is really cute. I didn't want to go for like solid pink, so I did give her like a bit of a stripy wallpaper, just because it felt a little bit more fit into her personality, and the mirror looked really nice with it. I did give her some pom-poms, some cheerleading pom-poms as well, which I thought were quite cute, and I like her room. It's kind of a bit all over the place. There's not like a solid personality for this room. I really wanted it to be quite colourful and just expressive, I suppose. I did also include some artwork on the walls, which don't really have any meaning necessarily, it was just to fit the colour scheme. But I like her room. I think it fits her personality. It's a little bit chaotic and a bit all over the place, but you know, she's figuring herself out. So moving on, we're now working on the middle child's bedroom again. We have two middle children, of course. We've got Sebastian and Sienna. They're not twins, but I know their names sound similar. But this is his room. He's the third eldest out of all 6 children, and his room is quite childlike, but it's also a little bit more grown up than Sienna's, because Sienna is younger than him. I was kind of imagining that perhaps he's around like 11 years old, 10 maybe. I don't really know, but I didn't want to make it too childish. I didn't want to make it too grown up either, so he's kind of like, you know, I wouldn't say a preteen just yet, but maybe like 10, 11 years old ish. But I did include some like transformer things on the wall for him, and there's a lot of stuff going on in this room. And I want him to be into writing, so I'm going to start him learning to type and learning to do all that, and I'm thinking that perhaps his older sister Maeve might be a good help for him with that, because I think that she likes writing as well, so maybe she'll be an author, or maybe he will, I don't know, but I think perhaps that they have similar hobbies then. So that's pretty much it for his room. And we will be moving on in a second to another bedroom, but there's 7 bedrooms in this house. It's so busy. So we're moving on to the next room. This is little Haven's room. Haven is my adorable, cute little full of joy toddler. She is chaos. She's a messy eater. She doesn't like bedtime, so she's just a handful for the poor parents, and especially because we have a newborn little boy now as well, so it's a lot of work for Maylee and Kobe, but they are obsessed with all of their kiddos because they are little bundles of joy but chaos at the same time. But this is her room. I did use a lot of the storybook nursery kit in this room as well, so there's a lot of stuff. But I think it's cute. I think that it's very like girly, like classic little girl kind of colour scheme, and just it feels like it's out of like a book. I think that that's kind of the point, but I really like this stuff. I think that Sixum made this kit, and they did share my build on their Instagram as well, so whoop to me. But we're now moving on to the final bedroom, which is Cohen's room. I do end up changing this in gameplay, so if I do ever show you guys the inside in a different video or whatever, then this room does look different because I did change the crib to a custom content crib, but nothing in this house is custom content. It does include a lot of packs, however, but it is available on the gallery if you guys would like to download it. But yeah, it does include a lot of packs, but there's no custom content, so it's completely usable for everybody. But that's basically it for his room. I didn't want to include too much because it's quite a small room, but that is why I left an empty bedroom at the other end of the house, which I do end up putting in some gym equipment for now. But if you guys do download it, it will have gym equipment in it, but eventually it will be Cohen's room when he's a little bit older. But anywho, I haven't really breathed this entire time, but now moving on to the back garden, we are including some playground equipment from the brand new Adventure Weights pack, which, like I said, highly recommend. This equipment is like so adorable. I've literally waited 11 years to have playground stuff in the game. It's super fun. I do end up changing it around a little bit because I really wanted there to be a ladder as well as this like climbing stairs kind of thing. So there's a lot of stuff. But I think it turned out really cute, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so if you do download it, do let me know what you think. Do let me know if you enjoyed playing it. And I don't know what else to say really. I really like it, and I really hope you guys do as well, because it did take me quite some time and a lot of planning. So do let me know what you think. I appreciate all of you guys' feedback. But yes, if you would like to play it, it is available, like I've said about 7,000 times. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another speed build. I may post my Let's Play episode tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it on a Wednesday each week, but who knows. But yes, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end the voiceover by here because we're coming up to the end of the video. You can watch the end in peace without me rambling on. I also just wanted to point out, I do include a water slide into the sea, and it is functional. Just letting you know, because I was a bit scared that it wouldn't be functional, but I tested it yesterday and it did, and I was like, perfect. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you again for watching today's build, and I'll see you guys next time for another speed build. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, share it with a friend, turn the notification bell on, it really helps out my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, my lovelies.
this night just belongs to me and you. Can you feel me? And when the lights get low, let the shadows steal the show. Are you down for it? Tell me, are you down for it? Boy, I'm ready for the thrill, yeah. Don't hold it back, it's real, baby, it's real, baby. If you lose our way and shine through the shadows, I'm ready for the thrill, yeah. Don't hold it back, it's real, baby. If you lose our way and shine through the shadows, I'm ready for the thrill, yeah. Don't hold it back, it's real, baby. Move back no more. If you lose our way and shine through the shadows, I'm ready for the thrill, yeah. Don't hold it back, it's real, baby. It's real, baby. If you lose our way and shine through the shadows.
I wanted to know what it's like to drive down Sunset Boulevard with you. And I just want to take one more bite of everything and every avenue. Like cold drinks, summer nights. Let's get a little too drunk. Are you down? 'Cause I just got to move. Take a look at all the shining lights. Nothing beats that view. Will you meet me on the floor tonight? And it's California. I couldn't have warned you, baby. Ooh. Yeah, this place just makes you, kinda makes you want to. Yeah, it makes you want to. I just wanna take one more sip. Drink it and I just can't get enough. Like the sun always crashing in, and the way you look at me, yeah, I think I'm falling in love. Sweet talk, sun-kissed skin. Let's just go all in. 'Cause I just got to move. Take a look at all the shining lights. Nothing beats that view. Will you meet me on the floor tonight? And it's California. I couldn't have warned you, baby. Ooh. Yeah, this place just makes you, kinda makes you want to. Yeah, it makes you want to. It kinda makes you wanna. Wanna be with you now. Wanna see what the sunset looks like. Wanna be with you now. Wanna be with you now. Wanna see what the sunset looks like. Wanna be with you now. 'Cause I just got to move.